Hail adventurers, well met and happy time zone to you. We have a producer's letter for October 2025 released yesterday. Time zones be time zoning. By the time it was released, it was like 10 o'clock in the evening for me, and I was like, I love EverQuest 2. I can't string a sentence together, so we'll wait until today when I've managed to have coffee. Here we go. So, we have Jen Chan's latest newsletter. It is, obviously, the producer's newsletter. There we go. Has Vesper Isles been a little bit too Vespery in the background? I think it warrants it though. So it's time once again to reflect on what's happened in the last few months. It's the final tendrils of summer give way to the cooler months of the year. I love the language. There we go. So again, obviously EverQuest 2 and EverQuest and Daybreak and the whole team, kind of everything, have got extra life going on. They're already $51,000 towards $115,000 goal this year. No doubt they'll surpass that goal with ease. And there's some incentives. That's per game. So if I click on it, what happens? Where do we go? Oh, thank you, Vesper Isles. Yes, we have some incentives. There we go. So that's what. That's a lot of stuff. A lot of things are going to happen if we reach certain goals in the extra life giveaway. It's not really a giveaway, it's an extra life support. Sorry, I'm reading as I'm trying to talk to you. I myself have joined Team Darkpaw, so my money that I raise goes towards them as well. So in July there was a Chrono purchase promotion where if you purchase Chronos, there was a fabled mount called Zufeng. I'm going to try and say Zufeng. I say it however you want to do. We also had a housing sale, numerous items unvaulted from the housing sale. That was a big long list as well. And then also the Scorched Sky returned as well, that celebration. August, we had Varsoon. We'll continue the TLE that came out before Origins, so the last TLE that we had, Varsoon. They're going to continue their journey for a little bit. Normally, the TLEs disappear around about sort of the Velius expansion. We don't normally get to the second part of the Velius expansion with TLEs. However, it has been decided that we're continuing on with Varsoon for a little bit more. We had the game update 129. We had the milestone celebration crate. I covered that as well. That was quite recent. That was August 26th through to September 22nd. So that was, I think I've still got some of those in my bags actually. There we go. And yes, a Nagafen's abode. I need to show you guys that. I don't think I've shown you what's inside there just yet. Or did I go and, no I did. I went and saw somebody else's version of it. There we go. And we also had the Oceans Fall Festival, as well as some events for Labour's Day and discounts. September turned up. We had the marketplace overhaul for the Origin server. I do need to pop on and have a look at that. We've had Panda return. They've popped back up again. I do need to show you week 2. I think we looked at week 1. We didn't see week 2 just yet. And then we also got the Prelude again for the Heralds of the Oblivion, which I'm adding this in there. There's no this. That started. That's the rifts that you see all around the world at the moment. And also Anashti Soul is currently in a beta for Echoes of Phaedra and the Fallen Dynasty. They're releasing both of those, the expansion and also the adventure pack together. So that's a lot of content happening on Anashti Soul, the Origins server. We'll see what happens. So there's quite a little bit of the links to everything if you wanted to have a look at specific ones specifically. Sure, we'll go with that. That's a good take. Well done. And then coming up, we have October, we have the beta and the pre-order for expansion 22. Expansion 22. We have Knights of the Dead, that's starting soon. We have an Ashley Soul unlocks Fallen Dynasty. It looks like they're separating them actually. So Fallen Dynasty we've got in October. Over the next couple of weeks, I'll try and hop on if I can. November we have the Heroes Festival, which is the celebration of the release of EverQuest 2. That sort of marks the November the something early 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th numbers. It celebrates the release of EverQuest 2. We also have the Extra Life game date and also the Extra Life bonus week. That normally happens around Heroes Festival, and I'll see if we can get some. I'll keep you updated if we're getting like extra XP. I like that sometimes we have the drops is increased, which means I can go and grab all the sort of rarer drops that pop up. So those like the what could drop? The sort of quest starting stuff, you know, those bits of weapons that drop and bits of shields and bits of armor that you click on them and they give you a quest and then you sort of get a piece of armor at the end of it. It's those things. They're very rare to drop. Also, Varsoons, Ruins of Varsoon, I need to pop on if that happens and grab some of the books because I am missing books from Varsoon's lair. And in December, we have the Expansion 22 launch. We have Frostfell. We have the 12 Days of Frostfell, which is the marketplace. And also a Nasty Soul unlocks Echoes of Freya. It's going to be a nice Christmas. It's going to be an EverQuest 2 Christmas by the sounds of it. So, what you've all been waiting for. Expansion info. Allow me to tell you a story. All right. Let's see if I can read today. Our journey begins through entering a reality outside of our own, a boundless realm of entropy and madness, where mortal lives are often treated with excess cruelty. This is the Void, an ineffable conglomeration of paradoxical existence eked out onto the edge of nothingness. Explore the mysteries of Yon Gorath, a grotesque mass of decaying and calcifying matter, riddled with gargantuan bones and slick pools of seeping fluids. There's an image. Give aid to the Daru, an empathetic race hiding amongst the writhing parasites, flesh-eating beasts and frenzied Skuraks of the land from the threats of the Ulgoth oppression and slaughter in the name of the consumer. Capital C for consumer. I don't know if I like this expansion already. Dare to enter an immense island made of inconstant soils, is that? Bound by tendrils of living muscle, where a group of exiled gazers has ruled them with maniacal glee over subjugated masses for centuries. Discover the unknown, the single largest piece of solid mass known to exist in the void, covered with enough murky fluid to form an ocean. Ooh. Explore new challenging untold heroics. All new heroic boss encounters await the most determined group of adventurers. Unlock ever-increasing challenges for ever-increasing rewards, including raid quality gear in these 5 boss dungeons. Risk it all for untold treasure. Ooh, okay. So we're getting some sort of pop into this dungeon. It's going to get either the dungeon's going to get progressively harder or you need to pop back in. So like zone out to like the main hub and then zone back in again. Maybe, or just take on, maybe you unlock keys or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But the treasure gets better and also raid quality gear. So you could go with 6 people, 6 adventurers, and get raid quality gear without having to sit around and spend 3 hours trying to raid. I don't know. Maybe 3 hours in a dungeon. That might raid equality. Search out and stop the void incursions. That sounds, yes, here we go. Defend against the invading void armies in all new public quests scattered throughout the mortal and planar realms. It may sound easy, but I recommend bringing along some friends. Oh, I wonder if we're going to get a public quest in other zones then. Mortal and planar realms? That sounds like either we're getting some in the Shattered Lands or we're getting maybe some parts of the expansion are in the mortal realms, which is where like Norath is, Kenos and Freeport and everything. But bring along some friends. So yeah, that's your normal. You don't try and do the public quest solo. It takes forever. Lastly, I'd like to mention that the adventure and trade skill cap will increase to 135. Nice. We're calling all trade skill artisans and exceptional adventurers to level up, face the void, and conquer the Rage of Cthurath, the consumer, if you dare. Ooh, okay, all right. Yeah, all right. Okay, so beta and pre-order for Rage of Cthurath will begin at 10 a.m. PT on October 14th. Oh, not too long ago. It's like a week away. So it sounds like the beta, I'm not sure how many beta servers there are, whether we can do a beta server for an Ashley Soul or whether we need to do a beta server for these two, the new expansion. So it'll be interesting. Also, we have a lovely photo image there. Let's click on a thing. Oh, there we go. Bigger version of it. Might be a little bit too zoomed in. There we are. So we've got Jen. It looks like, now I have discussed this with with some people in the Discord, some lore aficionados. Maybe it's Verona V's staff. Could it be? Could that be? I'm not quite sure. It's an interesting choice of a photo. Normally Jen is just standing there or sitting there, or just a face, kind of like a headshot, kind of head and shoulders kind of thing. So it's interesting that we've chosen a photo of them with the staff. I think this is the Void, which looks absolutely gorgeous. All the bright colours and everything looks absolutely. It's going to be a pain on the eyes, but we'll try it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we go. And also in the just to balance out Jen, in the corner we have a sword. Now I know. Immediately I was thinking it's Claymore because it's got the blue light behind it. I was thinking Kinos Claymore. It's the two swords of Ronan Thea. We've kind of concentrated on Ronan Thea and his two swords, and I cannot remember the name of them for the life of me. One's like Excess and the other Soulfire is called something else, and I cannot remember it. It's great when I look these things up. It's great when I talk about these things and don't look them up. But anyway, we were thinking it was the Kinos Claymore at that point, because blue kind of thing. The pommel, it looks like the Claymore when you look at it in the wiki and the is it the Kingdom of Sky? There we go. I'm glad I'm doing this live. However, one clever soul actually looked at the sword. So this is the sword that we've just seen on the left hand side, the blue. That's the sword we've just had a look at with Jen. This one here is from the Scars of Destruction. Discussion. The Scars of Destruction, the expansion we've just had with the Sodden Archipelago and everything there. That's Lucan. We've kind of cut his head off. I'm so sorry. It's more the sword we're looking at. But that's Lucan Delia, and he's got his Soulfire sword there. And we kind of looked and compared the two, and we think it's Soulfire. We think it's that sword out of the other two. The other one, the one whose name I cannot remember, but it's the two God Killer swords that we have in the land. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on, what's happening. We know Verona V pops up. She's spoiler alert for Scars of Destruction, she is currently fused with a resurrected Vox. The pair of them are together in a yeah, that was a weird a weird quest line. But yeah, we have the resurrected Vox, we have Verona V, we have Lucan is running around, we have a Soul of Taranax, we have Lady Nagina, we have the Plains, all these things. We're now going into the Void to see what's happening there. So yeah, lots and lots of interesting things are going to happen in this expansion. I have no clue where the story might go or what might happen with the lore, but that's going to be an interesting thing to find out. But there we go. I think that covers everything for the producer's letter. Apart from, how do you say Cthulhu? How does one say Cthulhu? Yeah. Some sort of conversation. But anyway, I love how Jen signed off with "Don't fear the unknown," which we know it was mentioned somewhere up here, wasn't it? Discover the unknown, the single largest piece of solid mass known to exist in the void, covered with enough murky fluid to form an ocean. So we'll see. Lots and lots of speculation. What do you think? Do you think anything is going to pop up? Any surprises? Anything I've missed? I'm pretty sure I've missed some stuff. My time in Scars of Destruction has been quite small. I haven't really got into that too yet. So yeah, I think that's something I need to concentrate on and have a look at. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.